I've done my master's of electrical, like master of engineering in electrical computer engineering from Concordia University. That's based in downtown Montreal. The best thing about the university is you get the practical experience working with your teams and with the like a state of the art different labs. So this is what I like most about my university. And also in terms of course, I can say that if you're doing a non-thesis course like in masters, so it will be just add on to your bachelor's degree. So just like we have in India, we have this course and then examination. So similar to that, we have this non-thesis program, and you have like two pathways. One is thesis and non-thesis based. So if you're going for thesis, you have to write a research paper, and if it's a non-thesis, which I did, it was mostly about course and then giving the exams and then get your degree, and then you can land to a good job. So if I talk about my profile, so I gave a GRE. I got like 307, 149 in English, and 158 in it was in cons. For the written part, it was 5.5, the analytics. And I also gave the English exam, which was for TOEFL academic. I got 90. It was 22, 22, like LSRW was 22, 22, 23, 23. These are my profile, and if I talk about my BTech bachelor profiles, it was like 7.2 GPA. And when I completed my master's in from Concordia, so I got like a 3.68 out of 4.3, so that's equivalent to A here. But talk about the academic fees, so it was about 27,000 Canadian dollars in 2016 for the entire 2 years of program. And so we have to give we have to give a total of 7 payments in 4 different semester, and you can decide yourself. And if I talk about the accommodation part, so if you count for the living expenses, it will be around if you're sharing the apartment, it will be 250 Canadian dollars or 300 if you're sharing the apartment. And the groceries or your food items could be miscellaneous item could be around 100 or 150 in a month. So if I talk about monthly expense, you can assume it could be around 500 Canadian dollars per month. Apply for different universities, you have to keep things of different things what's the location of that university. And before to that, you have to divide the selection of the universities into 3 different sections. So you can divide them using a safe, moderate, and ambitious. Safe could be it will be easier to getting admission into the safe one, and moderate you can see that based upon the rankings, based upon the fees, you can divide ambitious and moderate as well. So depending upon the different types of universities, you can divide them or classify them in those 3 sections, and then you can apply for them. It's quite challenging, but it's not a rocket science to get a decent internship here in Canada. If you have experience of if you are having a technical experience, or if you are enrolled into a program that supports this co-op or industrial experience, then you can get the experience of internship. After completing the masters, you'll get 3 years of work experience, and it will be an open work experience. That means you're allowed to work for any company throughout the Canada. And yeah, best part was working in different projects and making new friends. And especially that when you're new to a place, you like to get into friends with good experience. So I was lucky in that part. I was able to complete all the different projects by sharing the knowledge. So, and one more thing which I took a course, it was creativity and innovation. So I think this was a most important course because you have to create a like it's you have to create a different scenario, different things. For example, in my case, it was building a small chair for a 3 years old girl. So the things that you have to think like what that girl would like to have in her chair. For example, she would like to have different kind of toys, toffees, everything. So that was like you have to think out of the box. So different course selections is very important here. No, it's not a tough. Tough in the sense you just have to get the degree. It's so if it's a difficulty to get the degree, it's tough to get the visa. But that doesn't happen because anyhow you get the degree, and once you complete the degree, you get the 3 years of experience of work permit. The motivation was about the in terms of career aspect. I saw that it's a like a really good experience of it will be a really good experience working in Canada. Like if you compare with India, so it's like a more exploitation in the work, but that's not here. So if I talk about my personal motivation, it's like advancement in the technology, advancement in the different field of section. So that's what motivated me. One of the difficulty while applying for like the master's application was to get the letter of recommendation from your professor, and then the transcript from your college. In my case, so I came from BIT Sindri, that's a state government college in Jharkhand. So it's like it's not really easy to get the transcript. So you have to prepare in advance. Like you have to think about the letter of recommendation, how to get your transcript from your college, and also the selection of the universities. Because in my case, I have the options of selecting Concordia, Queen's, University of Windsor, or Carleton, Western. So you see, like you have different options available in front of you, and on based upon which factors you will be deciding the university. So that's the most important factor to look for. Yeah, so I work as application support analyst in BNP Paribas, and it's mostly related to technical and IT fields. So I make use of Python, SQL, Linux, the different monitoring tools like Kibana, Grafana. So the like these are the technical things, but the most important things which I like about my present company is the experience that I'm getting, like working in a team. Sometimes you get to work alone and you explore or enhance your own learning. So that's the most important thing, like working in a team and take the leadership when you're working alone. My future plan is like first of all get the PR. So it's like once you have like a 1 year of Canadian experience, you can apply to it's called a Canadian experience class. So it would be like to get the PR and then move progressively in my field. So since I've chosen financial as my field, so I would like to be in a position to manage or lead a team of different groups of people. So that's my present plan for next 5 years. For me, passion is like chasing your dreams. So we all have dreamt in our childhood, like I want to be something XYZ. So in my case, I wanted to be like financial independent at early age. So like if I talk about the passionate, so what passionates me is like not giving up the hope. You have to believe in yourself that okay, everything is gonna be okay after this time. So this too shall pass is like the best statement for me to chase after your dreams. Since I'm from Montreal, Canada, so I can advise more upon the Canada environment. So if you're applying to coming to Canada, you have to look for different things. For example, the different universities in Quebec, especially, which are McGill and Concordia. So getting a degree won't be any difficulty. The thing is that you have to think about the language. So the entire Canada is on one side and then Quebec is on another side. So if you're planning to have like, for example, if you're planning for building engineering, that means civil, so in that case it will be like difficult to get jobs in Quebec because of the French language. So if you're planning to coming to Quebec, you have to work upon your French. and it will be a good like if you can learn French before coming here, that will be great. But if you're thinking about coming to like any other province, for example Ontario, BC, so it won't be any difficult for the language part.